Hey, kitty. Oh my gosh, Verona! Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. This should be the second last part of this series, and I'm very excited. I did a little bit of sorting. Mainly, I wanted to have these sorted alphabetically, the ones I have theories on. I did notice in the book we got a description of an item called a Carrick's candle. Remember how in the last part I was like, wax and fire. It doesn't do anything with candles, but it apparently is an item those symbols help you identify it. So let's end the day. The curator learned that the Nalian casket is a dark article, a class reserved for the most cursed and the most dangerous of objects. He locked it away deep within the museum's archives along with other such artifacts that are best kept from public eyes. I wonder if I can go to the museum. I should be able to. I might actually just go just to check it out, you know? I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. All right, well, obviously, barn, axe, tree. Let's see if we have a barn labelled on the map. To start with, we have a farm, which would have a barn on it, but obviously we're not quite that zoomed in. So there's a quarry, a couple of different farms. Nothing called a barn. Is there a barn road, perhaps? Oak Street, Mill, Ferryman's Lane, Woodcutter's Lane. That does speak to axes meeting trees. I mean, let's go to the farm because it's numbered. I don't think it will cost us anything. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Interesting. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Royston Farm is at 30. We could go there as well, I guess. Royston Farm is as warm and welcoming as its owner, John. He greets me with a grin and a handshake, always eager to share a story or two about the land. I ask him to let me know if he ever finds anything unusual and leave him to his business. This is not a great way to start, to be honest. I actually wanted to go to the museum. So why don't we do that? Museum of History, 11. The Museum of History has a quiet grandeur lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. It's not unlike Strange Antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. The curator ushers me away. Eli and I have an agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. I wasn't gonna... I mean, I would have, if I could. Let's be honest. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Look, it could be this one. I'm wasting my time. Okay, that is going to cost me. I feel like I'm meant to be able to solve this, and I don't know the answer. Oh, Strange Horticulture. I'm going to visit for old time's sake. This is the shop from the first game. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the centre. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines, with a gently purring hellebore, who is the cat of that shop, curled up in my lap. They gave me a flower! That is so cool. It's just like a little decor item. Oh, I love that. I love that. Can I go back and get another plant? I also can't remember what palliance does, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Hey, kitty. I don't know the answer to my puzzle. Hey, Simone. Good morning. Yes, and you too, Jupiter. How's your mum? Have you found her? No. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. I don't know what the individual is. I saw a book that had a thing about the individual in it, and I don't know what that means. Like, in here, when I was looking through the items and trying to label things I haven't labeled yet, there was an item that said it had the mark of the individual. This one. The shadow anchor. A shadow anchor is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside the body. Without an anchor, minds have been known to be lost. Shadow anchor designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hands. Some make use of symbology, whereas others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. I don't know what that is, because these are the branches that I have. The 3 branches of thaumaturgy. I don't actually know. Obviously, this is 3 items, unless it's in the gemstone book, because they mentioned stones. I haven't even solved the previous one. I'm feeling a little bit like I'm failing a little here. And then there's the item, the room that I've unlocked with the 3 items I put over here, but I still don't know what to do with this. And I feel like I should have solved this one by now, before I go on to the next one. Okay, so that's a St. John's poppy. So the moon and a flower. Unless it's literally counting the segments. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments. 4, 5, and then 1, 2. That's just the number of entries on the 10, 11, 12, right? 4, 5, and 12. So this is what I'm talking about with the flower. I knew I had a picture of it, so I went looking for it. So this is the plant. The plant helps to overcome deafness. And an anvil, St. John's anvil, dampens sound. So, I mean, we could have a look at the St. John's anvil, I guess. Because it's the only one that has that flower in the book. So this. But I don't see how that would relate to this puzzle. Suppose I could just push some buttons. Okay, they just toggle on and off. They all sound the same. I just noticed there's a button here. Also, there's a spider. I don't know what that does. I mean, it is that symbol, but... And the button looks the same, which makes me wonder if it's related. That still doesn't do anything. So obviously we still need the code. That spider's really enjoying itself. This is a hat. Hang on. Okay, now what? Is the spider moving? No, it's sitting in its web. So that is that phase of the moon. 12 is the clock face. Okay, I think I get it now. Oh my god, that has been doing my head in for like 2 parts. Also, I don't like that that's just floating there. Can I? Okay. It feels unusual, not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. This part's painted black, so it's gold and black. Oh, that's creepy as hell. I can't tell if that low hum is coming from the item or my own imagination. There's definitely something unusual about this item. I can't quite put my finger on it though. Wow, I mean, my boss hit it, like really hit it. So that's fun. Okay, so that's that room. I can't believe it took me so long to notice that that button was the same as the... Okay. Again, this is like this thing all over again, where I just don't notice the button. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look like a button until you see the... Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I can move on. So, that doesn't help me. That helps me with the previous room. I can put these back now, I guess. So, you can go there. Okay. And then the resonance compass, I'm not sure I'm going to need again. But I also don't want to, like, lose it. So that I can get rid of because that's got a tick now. I still don't know what this individual is. Celestial and diurnal, I kind of get. But what is the individual? Diurnal. Oh, I'm stupid. Diurnal, celestial, individual. It's the categories. So mentic or wixic is individual. I'm dumb. That's on me. So a stone for dark purposes. A stone of the earth. A stone of death. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. Mind or body. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard. Maybe there's multiple options though. And it says they're stones, but that could be the gemstones. And I'm assuming it's going to be 3 separate items. So a stone for dark purposes, mentic or wixic. This is for dark purposes. So bloodstone. I think that makes me think of Corvin's Might, because this, I think, is bloodstone. So let's, again, try you. Do I have anything else with bloodstone even on it? I feel like I don't. I guess I could check the auras after. But again, I don't. I feel like it's just Corvin's Might. It just makes me suspicious because we had Corvin's Might in the previous puzzle. So I'm kind of like, ugh. It looks like a stone. Okay. So from the Celestial, Aquamarine, Jade. But it says the Stone of the Earth, so Jade. Something with a jade stone. That looks like jade. So let's pop you there. From the Diurnal, a Stone of Death. Day or night. So Noctic or Druidic, but death. Death and decay. So Vivianite is a Stone of Death. So that's like green and blue. I think that's Malachite. I know I have something with Vivianite in it. That also looks like jade. But maybe it doesn't matter. Or I mean, it might. I'll just pop you there. I'm sure I have something with Vivianite in it. Oh, look, it's got a little smoke cloud now because it's got that ghost in it that I captured. Okay. I thought I did. Have I just gone blind? Like, more blind than normal, I mean. Obviously, it's been an ongoing issue so far today. That's Vivianite. I knew I had something with it. Neat. Okay, I at least know how this puzzle works, so I don't feel so intimidated by it as I was. I'm gonna put you there for now, and I can also put you back. So maybe it doesn't matter which of the items I have with the stone in it, as long as it's an item with the stone in it. So, I don't also know if it matters which order I do the buttons. Oh my goodness. There's so much complexity in this game, like, compared to Strange Horticulture. Wild. Cute little green gemstone, bronze, nothing to remark. It vibrates with energy. Interesting. So what I've been doing in here, this is my not identified section. The pinks are sorted alphabetically. The stuff I haven't put any kind of label on is here. And then this stuff is stuff I've put notes on, but I haven't got a guess yet. Which means I just need to solve this. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I'm back on this again. I keep going back to this farm area and Woodcutter's Lane. There is a road here. Pine Road. So if it were meeting under the barn with one of these four, maybe? Because if that's the tree, because that does look like kind of like a pine tree. Tree, woodcutter being the person wielding the axe. God, this is like Stockside Rock, under the barn. One of these two? I'm gonna guess this one first because this one's a little bit further away, but I don't know. Oh my God. That was so cool. I am being very dumb today. It's all good. It's all good. That's not a great way to start a video, being like, I am too stupid for this game. It's fine. To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not exactly sure what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. It's a very cute bottle. I would put that on my shelf. It's got an eye on it. I'll put it next to the one that has a snake. Oh, actually, I think there was an entry about an eye in here that I don't know if I had a guess for. It was the one who, it was like fortune telling or something. Cassandra. I remember because my name is Cassandra. The eyes, plural of a Cassandra, focus the power of the mind. Okay, I mean, it only has one, so it's probably not that. I have nothing to remark. Okay, so maybe not that. Finally, kitty, let's open the shop. Jacob Priestley. Hi, Jacob. Thank you for the metha. I have seen into the awning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace. I think that's one of the ones I haven't labeled. I think when I was going through, I was like, I don't know what that is. Used in the practice of shadow casting, Shadow anchor designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, some prefer to clutch a totem. Yeah, this is the one we were just looking at. A field from the individual branch. Okay, now I understand what that means. So let's open it up. Individual branch. So the Mentic, which we know what that one looks like. I don't remember what the Wixic one looks like though, so I'm just going to do a quick little thing here. So Wixic is the double swirls. Mentic is the one that looks like it's that, only rotated. That Babelia, but rotate it 45 degrees. It looks like that. So that's the Mentic. Pendants, totems, symbology, gemstones. That literally tells me nothing. Could be anything, but it has an aura like one of those things. It's probably not going to be one of the ones I've labeled, so let's ignore them for now. This one's symbols I identified, by the way, fire, ice, and paralysis, which is weird. Why don't I focus on the ones I haven't done anything with yet? No. No. That is Mentic. So, of the ones I haven't put any labels on at all, I think this is the only one. So shadow anchors can vary in design. Let's have a look at what those gemstones mean. Kyanite, an anchor between body and mind. It's also vaguely anchor shaped. Let's give it a shot. Nice. Cool. Let's do it, kitty. Hey David, I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. From Barton. Okay, this is the guy who's been helping me out with the research. I've spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwen left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Upper levels, I would assume. I mean, it could be that. Bone-filled alcove. I mean, it looks like probably that. Okay. I'm able to follow Marwen's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to carry a Carrick's candle. And fortunately, we figured that out. I figured out the symbols in the last part, and then I figured out what it meant afterwards. So, stalagmites. Oh, I should probably, just so you guys know, let's quickly read the description of what just happened. Produces an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. So that's what just happened. Stalagmites retreat under the quote-unquote light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwen's trail. Suddenly I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor until I come to an end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and claim Marwen's last treasure. It's cute! It's like a cross between a Christmas tree and the lady toilet symbol. I love how I'm getting all of these like super cursed magical objects and my reaction is always, oh, how cute. That's really funny. Anyway, we have identified the Carrick's candle, so we can sort it over here. Oh, it's very squishy on this side, isn't it, Jupiter? Hey, Barton. Okay, he's cursed. I do have a curse for that. Tormund's paralysis affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. Now, I actually know which item this is already, but I will walk you through it. So, there's an item called Tormund's Bane, which is the bane of Tormund's paralysis. These can be rolled around on the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis or worn around the neck to protect against the curse. They emit a dynamic field pattern. I haven't confirmed it with the pattern, but it's fine. We don't need to, because this item... This is the symbol for paralysis, and this spins. So it can be rolled on the tongue. Also, I hope that somebody washed it before I found it. That's definitely the item. So I'm very excited by that. Thank Thank you! I don't even know how I managed to get down from Weatherlam. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on the tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made it to Strange Antiquities, I would be okay. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. They seek an item called the Nalian Casket. If we give it to them, they promise to free those it is infected. I don't think we have a choice. At least we can be certain of one thing. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be opened. All they desire, all they value is power, and opening the casket would release all of its contained power. Ah, right. Well then. We are getting towards the end of the game now, so it makes sense. Hey, kitty. Oh my gosh, Verona! What have they done to you? The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl on through their meaningless lives. Oh my gosh, Verona. She's like a Dead Set legend. Abrasive method. Purges unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. Methods are used in communal ceremonies. So, purging unwanted memories. That is what it wants. Now, I did have an item that I think is the abrasive method. I've labeled it as that purely because it is the last one that I have. We had 3 methers and 2 of them I've identified. So by process of elimination, I'm assuming that's it. But I don't want to. If I can give the casket to the, what was it, the Nameless Ones, they will cure the infected, which should free Verona as well. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. So this would be empowering her. A faint odor that's familiar, so an odor of ozone. And it's something to do with the storm. I do have, this one's weather related. Does it have a smell? Nothing to remark, so probably not you. Nothing to remark. I'm just gonna sniff everything. A scent like that of a brewing storm. Literally my only clue, but we're gonna try it. Oh! I didn't even check about the compass. Yeah, it is a resonant object. Well, there you go, guys. Okay, well, I hope she's okay. She's been fully indoctrinated into the eyeball cult. Yeah. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Okay, so the artifact that they're looking for was at the museum. Ooh, a ball of yarn. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Is there like a knitting shop on the map, maybe? These puzzles, oh my god. Because that could be like a street, for example, from a location. Or it could be on this map, like if there's like a, what are they called? Like a lady's chamber where they might. I mean, this is looking too organic for this anyway. It kind of aligns with that path. So if I imagine that I came in at the entrance and followed that, that would lead me to this location. Okay. Inhaling deep from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. That's the symbol for air, I think. No, earth. It's the symbol for earth. Air is the other way. So I will just put a little earth symbol on it, and we'll pop that in our collection of things we've got symbols on. Alright, kitty. Marion Lancaster. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephrequent. Don't be concerned, my dear. I have used one before and know what I'm doing. I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Scarring caused by Braxis. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, the Nephrequent would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. They will cause Braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. Like, I was wondering if there'd be like an imprint on his flesh to show the shape of the object that touched it, but there's not. Okay, well, I don't know. Moon, air, water, chilling. Because there's literally no clue about... It says they were worn, so probably a pendant, right? They were worn by necromancers, so probably a pendant. Probably... That's the paralysis symbol, that's weather related, so probably not either of those. I've got labels on those two already and a label on that. So one of these. Somewhat cool. Do I want something that makes my skin feel weird when I touch it, maybe? Definitely something unusual about this item. I can't put my finger on it though. I am pretty sure this item is in the like game design for some of the art for the game. And that sound makes me think it's not going to be that. That feels too important to me. There's nothing else here that can be worn. Like, I was thinking, because we had that situation with the mask, right? Where I was looking at the pendants and it turned out it was a mask. Does that look like the flesh? Because it could be that ring. And that ring is rebirth. And it did say, didn't it say something about rebirth or resurrection? So if they were to remove them even after death, the Nephrequent would crumble to dust. So the fact that it's still on the hand, and the hand looks like that, that's how the Nephrequent is still not. Okay, I think that's it. The rituals of resurrection, and it had the symbol of rebirth. Okay, it's the hand. It's gotta be the creepy hand that I've had forever. Hi, lady! So... A dread vivant. Ooh, that sounds exciting in a terrifying way. Also, I need to get rid of this creepy hand. There you go, creepy hand. You've got a new home, finally. Franklin Underhill. He's new, right? Please do pay us a visit. We have some items we're confident will be of interest to you. The Twinings, artisans of wood, iron and clay. 15. There we go. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinings, an unusually sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments and jars of various sizes containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Oh, so that's Vivianite and Bloodstone. I remember. Interesting. I'm leaving the Twinings with my haul you would call that a haul, when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look around annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Why do people keep attacking me in this game? I was way less being attacked in the previous game until the end, but despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. Medusa Stones, that could be the clay thing with the snake. So which field did it say? Diurnal. I mean, it looks Medusa-like, so... Let me just grab the book that tells me what the fields are, because I cannot remember. I love that I'm being attacked and I'm like, excuse me while I just... Okay, so diurnal doesn't mean diurnic. It could actually be either of them. Not that. Nope. In the middle and up. You're not either of those. Okay, so it's not the snake. That's surprising, actually. I really thought it would be... I do have 2 items labelled with paralysis symbols, actually. It could be this one, because this has just got a straight up paralysis symbol on it, and it does have that aura, so let's try that. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realise I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. I'm sure he's fine. He's probably fine. Like, he would be fine. Okay, cool. First things first, we got this little guy. Giving bad. Giving bad juju. Smooth. I don't like that at all. Causes me to reflect on my own mortality. I mean, yeah, these are the two creepy sound ones. I'm gonna just actually, all of these ones I've labeled because they need less space because I've obviously been using them. Some of these I probably won't label. If it works like Strange Horticulture, at the end you get an opportunity to label all of the things that you have not yet labeled. Last time it was Simone came and basically helped me label everything that I hadn't labeled yet. So that everything by the end of the game had a label. These two are giving me the Wiggins, as Buffy would have said. So love that for us. Oh, sorry, Kitty. I did try and pat you. Edmund Bishop. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one after he died. The gnawing worry of what is coming is too much for me. All right. I assumed you were done. He was done. It's fine. The eyes of a Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. They produce a selenic aura. Okay, well, first things first. A selenic aura. Okay, so we're looking for the one that looks like... I can probably just put you back, right? The one that looks just like a sine wave? Is that the right word for that? And it's got eyes. This thing obviously has eyes, but the aura is all wrong. I mean, it could be one of these. Nope, I'm just literally checking all of them because I don't know anything. I mean, that has the right aura. Malachite, I think, is like the stone of the third eye from memory. Malachite, the fourth eye, a stone of sight. Look, purely based on the aura and the gem, I'm going to give it a try. Okay, 2 malachite gemstones, stones of sight, or quote-unquote eyes. I don't know what happened to my boss. Because I'm kind of running this shop like I own it now. Hi, Gilbert. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring and I've had nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? These are all physical curses. So blue tint, walking hallucinations. Do you have a blue tint to the eye? Not like crazy obvious. I feel like it would be glowing. I don't think it's any of those. So something to uncurse. Let's just check the index under curses. Cussic purifier. Small tokens such as rings submerged in the liquid are cleansed of simple curses. Well, let's try the Cussic purifier. And I have already identified you. Nice. Lavinia Hawthorne. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I'm fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, I would be interested in studying it further. I only just got the label for gris. For the ritual of the broken path, a gris is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It's common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. What have we got under broken path? We've also got the Amphizian Talon. Oh, that's these people. The League of the Amphizian Heart uses these items as part of its initiation. This is the hand with the 2 pointy fingers. Okay, they worship the ancient nameless gods. So the nameless gods are the ones that we want to give that item to. Little chest or whatever it is, the thing that got stolen. I don't know that this is going to help me. I wish I had more information than that. That's very frustrating. Fire, ice, paralysis, weather-related earth symbols. None of those feel like they're related. I suppose I could check the Wixic aura. Maybe it would have a Wixic aura. This is my only other guess, is something with that, like, swirly aura. I mean, you have the right aura. I'm just going to put a label on for the aura. And I know it's not called an aura, it's called a Dionic field, but my boss isn't here. Although I'm tempted to actually try that one. I'm kind of guessing, to be honest. And I was wrong. And if I get one more guess wrong today, I'm going to go a little Nazi cuckoo. So not you. Tin? What is tin associated with? Tin is a planetary metal associated with Jupiter. I feel like I'm going on a wild goose chase, to be honest. And that's just because it says you should have studied the Wixic art. That's literally all I'm going off. All right, well, This is the only other one I've got to try. Does this one do anything? Stay here. So are you a temperature? Hard and cool. It does have the symbol for fire and ice on it. I just don't get how paralysis would relate. Hard and cool. Chalky black residue. Hang on, wait. It's the base of it is sooty. So that would maybe make sense with the description of it being heated slowly over a flame. So it's clearly been exposed to flame. I don't get how this paralysis thing helps unless this paralyzes you while you're holding it. I'm going to try it. If I break my brain, I break my brain. The soot and the Wixic field. Okay, that is it. I was hoping it would explain that paralysis symbol. I don't understand. Lunima. A moon pool or heart of tranquility. That sounds good. Hey, Jupiter. Leopold Morris. Oh, sorry, I didn't sort my thing away. There's been basilisk sightings in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a young man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. Sorry, sir. Just got to do a little bit of stock take. I feel like, do you need the shimmer, or is it the thing that there was an item that's made from a basilisk scale, but it doesn't, it only helps with heat, not the basilisk. I feel like, is it the shimmer? They induce calm in the face of unimaginable horrors. And I know the shimmer attaches to a sword or a shield because there was a guy who had a shimmer on his sword and then he lost it and needed to replace it or whatever. So, uh-oh. I'm at red now. I thought something was going to happen, but it didn't. It's not a shimmer. Really? All right, well, let's look up basilisk. Cyrene wort or folium. Cyrene wort is the one I was thinking of. So must be this folium thing. Oh, okay. I should have looked it up before I put the thing in. Dreher huntsmen and those willing to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a folium blade is the only way to pierce its armor. The ritual of a blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the hand of prior. I don't have any other entries. So something with 6 marks on it, maybe? Something. A blade is drawn across the face. That was what it said, right? Face of a folium. A blade is drawn across the face of the folium 6 times during the ritual. I was assuming it would have 6 scratches on it because there's one item with obvious scratches, but there's way more than 6 here. So I don't think it's going to be that. 6 times during the ritual of the hand of prior. That doesn't mean that it's marked though. Literally, I'm going off this. Small green gemstones. Earth and nature. Dreher huntsman. The Dreher are the Dreadic type, right? Look, I'm already in the danger zone here. Okay. I haven't played dice in a while, you guys. Deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Oh my goodness. All right, roll. Excuse me. Oh, Jupiter actually did me a solid there because I had 2 fails. Those 2. Bank. Okay, done. And then is that, I can't lock any of those, so let's roll. Ugh, stop doing that, please. 2 cats. Oh, when you bank it resets. That's good. Oh, ow. Oh, thank you, Jupiter. You're totally saving my bacon here. Star is wild card. So a sun and 2 of anything else, but I don't have a sun. Just 2 wild cards, right? Can't I just... Yes. Neat. Okay, roll. 2 moons. Don't change the moons, Jupiter. Good. Good kitty. 1 more. Oof. Could have used some cat help with that one. A sun. I'm going to lock that. And then we're going to roll. That should do it. Doesn't help me with the other problem I had, but I'm out of the crazy zone. That's the symbol on the thing. I knew I'd seen the symbol. Oh, mate. You are being painful. I don't know. I'm coming back to this. It's the only thing with sword slashes on it. But it's not 6. But I guess that is stone. It could be like a whetstone. It chills my blood to hold it. The basilisk is gives fire resistance with its scales, so maybe having the blade be cold maybe helps with the scales. I'm really stretching here, but the only good thing is this is reset. So if I'm wrong, then literally it was the grooves, and I was counting the grooves and I dismissed it from the start. That is so frustrating. Oh my god. Okay, let's store you and never look at you again. Stupid folium being all stupid. Okay, I'm the one being stupid. It's fine. This is hard. Why is it so hard, kitty? Francesca Robertson. She's back again. They've escaped! At first, my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or perhaps it never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately, she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she'd managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Is this why I was attacked in the street? It might be. Might have been one of the escaped patients. Great, good, wonderful, awesome, cool. Well, I don't feel at all in danger for my life at all. I mean, the next part is the last part, because there are 18 days and this is day 16. So I am in danger. I'm in danger. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this part up here. This video is long. This is the longest video I've recorded in this series. So editing it down is going to be a nightmare. I guess I'll just cut out all the bits where I was wrong and you guys will think I'm a genius. It's fine. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.